Hi and welcome. I'm Dan John from danjohnuniversity.com, and I want to give you a tour of my gym. I hope you enjoy it. It's nothing special, but it's near and dear to my heart. Ever since I was 13 years old, I've always had my own home gyms. And I kind of wish I could sit down with little 13-year-old Danny John and say, hey man, you got a pretty good home gym. So let give me the tour and I'll show you some special stuff we have in here. And, you know, hopefully you might learn a few things, or maybe you just enjoy seeing all this stuff. All right, thank you. When you first come to my house to train with me, one of the things you might think is, I have a garage gym. And that's a good point, because I have a garage gym. I have to back the cars out before I get to train. But once you come in, like Willy Wonka when he finally lets the kids inside, it's a world of pure imagination. I've got everything here. Well, a lot of stuff. So let's look closely at a few things. A lot of people only know me as a kettlebell guy, and it's true, I have a lot of kettlebells. But I also have a lot of other stuff too. Generally, I have 26 kettlebells, unless people borrow them and never return them. Over here, I have the Beast, and I have the 36s. Behind that, I have one of two hip thrust machines. That's Brett Contreras' hip thrust light machine. Next to it is our farmer bars. Above that is some of the fun stuff people have sent us. This is actually kind of a funny little story. A few years ago, my sister sent me these pictures, which was great. And I asked her, where'd you get those? And she goes, oh, do you remember that big article they did after you got that concussion? No? That's where she got them. These mats were given to us by our new lifter, Carrie, and we really appreciate it. By the way, if you can't afford TRXs, I've discovered that wrapping resistant bands from the ceiling is just as good for a lot of things. Proud Aggie here. Of course, my daughter, Lindsay, throwing a personal record. Lots and lots of discus throwing stuff. There's a high point of my life. That was for Mother's Day, 1977. I asked my mom what she wanted for Mother's Day. She said, a state championship. And I said, Mom, this is California. There you go. Nice picture of Steve Ilg, one of our great athletes here. And of course, my hero, Clyde Enright. Over in the corner, we have three barbells. The red one is a new one, and thank you, Ben Fogel, for giving that to us. We get a lot of different stuff in here. This is where I put some of my trophies and awards. There's my old jersey, very proud of that. And this is a watercolor made of me years ago when I threw really far in a Highland Games. And that's me at Skyline College. Hopefully one day I'll make their Hall of Fame. As I pull back, you can see our dip, chin, and pull-up area, but you can also see all the heavy bags, the parallettes. We have two sets of parallettes, the heavy bags and everything. The Concept 2 rower, which we don't use enough because, you know, it's just not very good. Some more funny things that might, interest you. This is our one of our workout days. Sorry about the handwriting. This is kind of interesting. This is an article done about our gym from Men's Health, and they called this gym America's Top Gym. Now, there's more to my gym than just weights. One of the things I ask everybody who comes and trains with me is, leave something. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that people have left through the years. So let's go on a little tour. This is from a nice young man, plays professional basketball in Greece. Now, that picture's interesting. I'm breaking the state record, and that's my coach, Dick Knottmeyer's head. This is from my friends in the Green Berets. This is from Sweden. This is my personal little area, very important to me. These are the people who have died in the past few years who really have impacted my life. Agility balls here, some different stuff from back when I was in college. Over here we have all those warm-up pipes. Those are turbo javelins, resistance bands. Every kind of hammer you can think of, from the Highland Games to the Olympic Games. The 56-pound weight and the 28-pound weight. A nice little sword there for a presentation. some various awards and things. Up here, this was given to me by my athletes at Westminster, including the hammer. And this thing here from John Buck. In Major League Baseball, eyewash means BS. This is back when I still liked Michigan sports, before they fired their coach and hired a person who benches a concussed quarterback. I'll leave that alone. My friend Lacey gave that to me for my birthday. I think there's some truth to that. This is an interesting thing. This is made by one of my athletes who works in Naval Special Forces. He made a machete for me. Just some other awards and things that come along. Different groups I've worked with through the years. Flags. This is a signed flag from the University of Utah. Very nice of them to do that. And just some more awards and things. So one small thing about my gym, in its backyard, I also have a climbing rope and my own personal caber, because you got to have your own caber. A lot of people say, hey Dan, where's this or where's that? Well, I have squat racks and I have a whole bunch of other stuff. I store a lot of stuff underneath my outside deck. Anything that we need to bring out, like for a championship or if someone's got a competition coming up, we'll bring it out, but then it's nice sometimes to have a little bit cleaner area. So you might be saying, well, I didn't see this or that. I almost for sure have it, but I hide those things under the deck. I didn't mention my various sleds and things like that. I have lots of stuff to throw and carry and do all the extra fun stuff. So don't worry, I have it. Now listen, I know that wasn't the greatest tour ever, but what I want to do is inspire you to do something I did as a kid. In 1971, I got a big piggy bank and I filled it with quarters. For those international listeners, they're fine little coins about this big. And I turned every dollar I got into quarters and I kept this piggy bank. And what I did with that piggy bank is I invested in an incline bench. I had gotten my weights, I cobbled my weight room together with borrowed plates from neighbors and friends. Anybody who had a son who went away to college and had weights under their bed, I got those weights. This is 1971 when I first started my first actual home gym. It was about 145 pounds, just over 65 kilos, and an incline bench. And very quickly I've been adding to it every year. Sometimes I start off small, like my first kettlebell was just a 28 kilo, and now I have 26 and I have every size you can imagine. Some of the things I get, like the trap bar, I found it on sale one day for $19. It's gonna be tough to beat that. You can see by the color of a lot of my weightlifting plates, they're a nice little rust. They've been around a long time. These plates here are from 1991. These plates here are from about 2000. Those plates there are from just, maybe a decade ago. I build up my gym as best I can. I do it slowly, piecemeal, brick by brick. And the nice thing is no matter what happens out there in the world, COVID or whatever, I can always train at home. I'm hoping to train here for 20, 30, 40 more years. And I hope you can come by someday and visit me. Thank you.